Alright guys, so today we're going to do the reveal of our race car. We got Mike here. Hey Mike!
I just found a button in my pants.
What? This is our official video and I'm not reshooting this.
Okay.
I'm not reshooting it. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what we got for the race car. We've talked about it a little bit. We've shown you a couple of videos and now you're going to see what we have. And then I think right after this video we're going to show you, the next video is going to be like which race event that we're going to be taking this to, so you can kind of get an idea after seeing what car that we have and what type of race that we have, kind of why we're doing these preparations for it. And so here's the grand reveal. Ready for this, Mike Dennis?
Yeah.
Mike in the house? You got to give yourself a cool nickname, like Mike in the house.
Can you give yourself your own nickname?
Yeah, but it's not necessarily going to stick. Now, here's this one here is not our race car. Ta-da! Here's a car that's not a race car. This would legitimately be a cool race car, but this is about $10,000 and too expensive for us. That's one of the reasons why we got the race cars, because we don't have to spend that much money on it. And so here it is, ta-da! In all of its wheel-less glory. And so this is, do you know the year of this? I think it's a 1991. I don't know either. And pop the hood, but not yet. So just going to show you here, it's a 1990, it's a 1600cc, which means it's a smaller engine. Now these cars came with either a 16, later on the 1800cc's. Most people prefer the 18s, but 16 is what we had, and so that's what we're going with. And then it's really not that much of a difference, especially when you consider what you have here is a lightweight, small race car. And so your sticky tires matter a lot more than the engine. And the race that we're going to be doing is on a track that's fairly tight. And so the actual engine power is less important than the overall package. So basically this is as it came, other than what you saw in the previous videos. As you can see, we got no wheels on it. It is sans wheels version. And we got some wheels here. We're actually going to put those on in another video that we're probably going to shoot right after this. There was an issue with it. Not going to get into it in much details here. And so, story of this one. Do you know the story, Mike, of the car that's in our lot, that's gonna become a race? I'm not finished.
Okay, keep singing.
Gonna become a race car for Mike and Derek to have fun in. If you want to work for a company, maybe you can be on our race team.
Oh, race team!
But probably not unless you're as good at working as Mike is. So this is like a present. Mike, this is me congratulating you.
Oh, thank you.
I know I don't say this very often, but I was going to say something really stupid there, but then I caught myself.
I wish you did.
You're doing a very good job, and you deserve to have a race car. Okay, so details here. Oh no, Mike, you want to explain what the story of this car?
Like how we bought it, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you want to be the camera guy now?
Yeah. What were we doing? Were we looking at another car, or had we just bought another car? Whatever we were doing, we were looking at the auctions.
I like how you're like recording my shirt here.
You're totally in frame now that I can see.
Okay, yeah, so the deal was this. I guess I'll explain it because
I was doing a terrible job. You can say it.
Just when I was complimenting on you something,
Yeah.
You've taken it back, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were going to bid on a car at auction, and while we were waiting for that car to come up for one of our customers, this came up in the auction. And people didn't seem to be bidding on it. And it looks cool because it has the wide fenders on it. And I was thinking if we can get this car for that cheap, we can probably sell it as an inventory car. You can see around here we got some inventory cars. The S15 is one. This RX-7 is another one. We got the Impretzels over there.
As a wheel holder upper.
And then I took the car out for a spin to see how it works. And it's so incredibly fun to drive this car. It's just way more fun than it looks like it is. And I've always been thinking that'd be really nice to have a car that we can call our own race car. Just something cheap, something that you can use for a race. It's not going to break the bank, and that's one of the big things about this is as far as race cars go, this is about as cheap as you can get here in Japan because it uses small wheels and tires. It's a small engine that's very easy to get parts for. It's good on gas, which on a racetrack, I guess if it's could be important. And so there you go. We bought it for our inventory, and I liked it too much, and so turned it into a race car. As far as modifications go, we got aluminum brake lid.
Nice.
There's an intake plenum here, which is like a chambered one. I don't know if it's actually any good. In fact, I do wonder if this kind of blocks the ability for air to vent out past the fans. So I don't know about that. An ARC cap. Really
cool cap.
Really dirty fluid inside.
It's gonna get changed.
Air filter. HKS styly.
Does it need?
It's brittle, so it's going to be drank. Adjustable suspension on here is Tane with the EDFPLX Elemento P version. The one that you can change with a computer inside the cockpit. You can change the dampening.
Do we know if it works?
No, I don't know. But
We'll
that's
see.
a good question. Exhaust manifold here that has been wrapped for us.
Heat wrap.
Thank you, person that is heat wrapping. Can't check the oil very easily because the dipstick is broken. I just noticed that for the first time. And a strut tower bar. That's aftermarket. And I think that's basically it for the aftermarket parts. Oh,
wait, didn't we think it had something to the
bushings.
engine?
Yeah. Okay. The seller says that the engine is what they said on the auction sheet is might be an N2 engine, and N2 is what Mazda Speed was called before they became Mazda Speed. And so if it is an N2 engine, that would be their, I guess, racing version of the engine that would have been used in like specialists like spec racing back in the day. I don't know if it is, and unfortunately, I don't know where the engine number is. And so it might be a special racing version of the engine. It's almost definitely been ported and polished because it came with another exhaust manifold, and the other exhaust manifold had porting done to it. And so if you have the exhaust manifold, they really have to line up very well. And so if they did it to one side, they might as well have done it to the other side as well. So I believe that that's the case. And it just runs so freely and nicely. Unfortunately, we don't have the key today, so we can't start it up and show it to you. I did one modification that I didn't show you guys yet. There was a silencer on the exhaust, and I took it off. Point the camera under here. It's a rad exhaust. See this? It's all hand welded.
Ooh.
And polished properly.
Ooh, yeah.
That's crazy. And it goes all the way up there. It still has a cap by the looks of it. It does have an LSD. Take a look at this. Oh, the e-brake is on, so I can't show you. I guess I can take that off. All right, watch this. Oh yeah. That's a lot stiffer than it was last time. It's been sitting here for a while we're waiting for parts. Okay, so I'm twisting it backwards here, right? Go over to the other side and take a look.
Going backwards.
Woo! You know what that means, tough guy?
LSD, baby.
But I think it's the stock LSD in it. Because I don't know one way or another, but it didn't feel like an aftermarket one when I drove it. Anyways,
top.
yeah, man.
That's actually a pretty big deal for these because it can get expensive.
And these are Mazda Speed.
Mazda Speed over fenders?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know they did that. That's
They
cool.
did that. And this, the hardtop is good because if it's a fast race, you get good aero, and I guess a little bit more structure in it. It's arguable. Some people don't believe that, but most do. And then better aerodynamicy. It does come with a soft top, but that's ripped.
Most of them are.
But on our race, we're going to be doing it open top because the course is so tight that aerodynamics don't matter so much. And yeah, we got a bunch of parts that we're going to put in. So that's the end, Mike, Dennis, and all you people watching. Now you know which race car that we have. And we're going to put these on today, and if we have time, maybe do some other things. So, bye for now, everybody.